Hello, bachcho. Let's see the question. So the question says Concanavalin A is. So we need to identify out of the four options which best describe what a concanavalin is. So the key concept in this question is to understand the properties of Concanavalin A. So this is a difficult question. Let's begin by understanding the key concept. So Concanavalin A is a protein. It is a 4 subunit protein which is derived from the jack bean seeds. Now the second property of concanavalin, which is the most important property, is that concanavalin A is a type of a secondary metabolites. Now, basically, metabolites are intermediates or products of different metabolic reactions. And secondary metabolites are types of metabolites which are actually non-essential metabolites. So, if they are absent, then it would not cause any immediate effect on the organism in which the secondary metabolites are produced. So secondary metabolites are the non-essential metabolites. Now there are various types of secondary metabolites, but to the type to which concanavalin A belongs is concanavalin A is a type of lectin. So lectin is a type of secondary metabolites, and lectins are proteins which are glucose or mannose binding proteins. So lectins are glucose or mannose binding proteins. So the proteins which bind to the carbohydrates like glucose and mannose are actually lectins, and concanavalin A is a type of lectin, and lectin is a type of a secondary metabolite. So this is a basic classification of concanavalin A. Now there are a few properties of concanavalin A. So firstly, concanavalin A helps in agglutination of RBCs. So in the presence of concanavalin A, RBCs tend to clump together into a clot-like formation. Second, so concanavalin A is a type of a mitogen, which means that it induces cell division. So therefore, it plays a very important role in the activation of the immune system. So concanavalin A activates the immune system by acting as a mitogen, and it will cause the proliferation of the T cells. So since it is a mitogen, it will cause excessive division of T cells, which will help in the activation of the immune system. So this is the second property of concanavalin A. Now the third property of concanavalin A is that it induces cell-programmed apoptosis. So it can induce the cell death as well. So these are some of the properties of concanavalin A. Now if we look at the options, then the first option says alkaloids. So alkaloids are also types of secondary metabolites, but they are nitrogen containing secondary metabolites. And the types of alkaloids are like there are several types of alkaloids present, like there is morphine, then we have codeine. So these are types of alkaloids. Now the second option says essential oils. Again, essential oils are secondary metabolites which are released by several plants, and the major types of essential oils are lemongrass oil. It is the most common type of essential oil used commercially as well. Now the third option is lectins. Again, lectins are also secondary metabolites, and the types of lectins include Concanavalin A. So Concanavalin A is the most famous type of lectin. So Concanavalin A is a type of lectin. And the fourth option says a pigment. So pigments are molecules that impart coloration to certain parts. So pigments like chlorophyll provides coloration, the green coloration to leaves. Then pigments like anthocyanins and carotenoids are types of pigments which are responsible for imparting coloration to different like flowers or other parts of the plants as well. So that's a type of pigment. So we saw that Concanavalin A is a type of a lectin. It is not a type of alkaloid or essential oil or a pigment. So our final answer is option 3. That is Concanavalin A is a type of lectin. Hope you understood this well. Best of luck.